It's January, and that means it's time for the Miss Cebu Pageant in Cebu City, Philippines. Unbelievably, I was chosen as a judge for the 2024 Miss Cebu Pageant, and it was a blast. The show was a spectacle. Big dance numbers, violinists, an orchestra, celebrity singers, and, of course, wild costumes from each contestant. We started the day before the main event with pre-judging at the Waterfront Hotel in Cebu City. The pageant is aimed at choosing a young lady and her court who will represent Cebu as ambassadors, promoting Cebu's tourism, culture, and values. Each contestant was given 7 minutes to answer questions from the judges. This is where we got to know the contestants on a personal level, which was nice as a departure from the traditional stage show. And we had snacks. I took it very seriously right away when these ladies walked out on stage, knowing that they prepared 3 months for this. And this could change their lives. That and these super thick judges' booklets. I mean, these things were thick. I had to learn the scoring system and then thumb through all of the contestants who filled out 4 pages of questions and answers. I didn't want to lob your average softball pageant questions at them, so I researched their profiles and I dug for something unique. We really tried to get the ladies to expand upon their advocacies and their personal stories, make it interesting. What's their angle and point of view? And then we scored all of the contestants, which would be added into the final score on Coronation Night. Afterward, I checked out the ballroom where the pageant would be, and suddenly it got real. I mean, this was a big production and a big deal. I mean, hundreds of people would be watching, maybe thousands watching on TV. I didn't want to screw it up. Finally, the judges and organizers had a nice dinner after the pre-judging was done. The mostly Manila-based judges were fashion designers, interior designers, jewelers, executives, magazine editors, and me, the clueless straight American filmmaker, entertainment lawyer. Everyone was super friendly, humble, and gracious. They were really cool. It was a pleasure to be one of them. Coronation Night. I didn't have a barong, so I borrowed the snazzy getup from my cousin Skipper, and luckily it fit. Showtime. We arrived at the Waterfront Hotel, which is all did up for the big night. My mom and my cousin accompanied me there and took in all the festivities. I'm glad I could share this night with them. We were whisked away to the VIP holding room to go over the schedule, the scoring, and have a meal and some drinks. We headed out into the lobby pre-show and did our press duties. Feel important and all that stuff. It was pretty cool being a VIP. I cannot complain. And the furniture was comfortable.
A bit of a dance?
I'm here at the Miss Cebu Pageant, which I am a judge. It's a lively atmosphere here. As you can see, all kinds of stuff going on the red carpets. And everyone's taking pictures. And the event's going to start pretty soon. Finally, time for the show to start. There was a buzz in the air as the reality of how big a deal this was started to settle in. Big opening to the show with an extravagant song and dance. And then the contestants came out in their amazing costumes. But all I could think about was how cool it was to see my name on the judges' table. Look at that. That's me. There's a lot of great entertainment during the show. Cebu has so many talented artists and performers. I think it's a prime spot for an entertainment hub, since there's a lot of tourists there looking for a good time.
You really made the Cebuana.
Finally, the pageant started. I obviously didn't take a lot of video while the pageant was going on since I was kind of busy judging, so you're going to get a lot of still photos here. There were different categories that we were judging. Cebu wear, which reflected clothing from the local province, an evening gown competition, and an octagon martial arts battle. Just kidding. Oh, that would have been awesome. And the finals, which was a question and answer session for the 5 finalists. The ladies wore clothing done by 12 local Cebu designers, and as judges, we were tasked to also score the local designers as well. So that was pretty cool. The contestants were great. Some of them actually shined on stage and moved up from my rankings since the interview round the day before. So I was really proud of them. They trained 3 months for this, and I was really proud they brought it on the big night. It was tough to judge 12 ladies and then rank them very quickly. I mean, they were walking out one after the other. In the end, it was less about the math and more about the ones who made an impression somehow. And that's what I told one of the contestants after the show. Everyone has the same training. I mean, they're all beautiful, they're all talented. We're really looking for someone to be unique, but also in a natural, comfortable, genuine way. 2024 was the 40th anniversary of the pageant, and they brought many of the previous queens and their courts out as tribute. It suddenly hit me how historic and respected this pageant is. Pageants are a big deal in the Philippines. Winning the pageant could be a life-changing event for the queen. All I could think about was to not screw it up. There are also special awards given out, such as Miss Friendship, Miss Photogenic, a couple others. And of course, they give out awards for each category of the show. Best in Cebu wear, and Best in the Evening Gown. The evening gowns were pretty epic. I'm no evening gown expert, but pretty much everything was incredible. I mean, can you imagine walking into a gala wearing one of these things? Bam! Bam! Shabam!
Job, each and every single one of you. I tell you, Miss Cebu is such a tough competition. Everyone is just so fabulous in their own.
The evening gown competition was serenaded by Philippine heartthrob Ian Veneracion, the George Clooney of the Philippines. Apparently, he's a big deal because the ladies were throwing themselves all over him. Reminds me of my younger days. Not really. Before they announced the queen, they had the previous year's queen and her court say their goodbyes to the crowd after a year of service to the community. And the winner is...
Number 1, Joelle, Devine, Dequito, and that means Miss Cebu 2024 is candidate number 9, Zoe Cameron.
The final 5 were all competitive. The winner, Zoe Cameron, absolutely crushed the final question about how to use social media to influence and grow the audience for Cebu.
Finished up the awarding of the Miss Cebu, and it's pandemonium here. Pandemonium.
I have so much respect for the entire team who put this together. And of course, the young ladies who showed a lot of courage and poise on stage that night. I wish they could all win. Hopefully, in some way, they all did. Congratulations to Miss Cebu 2024, Zoe Cameron and her court. And good luck to the 2025 contestants and also contestants in the later years. If you're ever in Cebu in mid-January, try to catch the pageant as a great celebration of local flavor and beauty. It's a great time. And thanks to my cousin Skipper for the connection, and to Joey Gaisano and the entire pageant organizing team for the opportunity. It was an honor, and it will be a night I will never forget. Thank you, Cebu.
Attorney, editor, and script consultant. Please welcome Mr. Walter Balst.